Hello, I am Archivist Saren, and welcome to my study. And today, we are back once more to Elden Ring, which will load in a second, then yeah. We have this giant monstrosity behind us that is just gonna kind of keep doing its thing. So we should probably get into the castle so that stops being annoying. Because that is very loud. Let's see, everything's working fine, right? Seems like it. So we gotta evade this guy. I sure as heck don't want to fight him. That seemed to have worked. Never mind, he broke him. I spoke way too soon. Now calm down, good sir. Calm down. It's fine. Yeah, you just keep doing that. Yeah, just running past him did not seem to have worked. And you're in the floor now. Okay. Oh, how did that hit me? That should not have. But you know what? We're fine. That also should not be hitting me, but I guess that just kind of sits in the air there. Ow. Okay. Drink. There's two of them? Okay. Called your buddy in, I see. Please don't tell me that's a third one. I don't think it is. Did you heal or did you take a lot of damage? I can't tell. Because either you're the one I've been fighting and you healed, or you're the other one and you took a bunch of damage while I wasn't there. And it would not let me roll in time. That's fine. How does that hit right underneath you? I guess the same way that that hits right above you. No, oh, I got the poise. I was like, no, we're not gonna be able to hit him with the snake then, but evidently we could. Interesting. And it did appear that that low health guy was actually the other one. I don't know how I did so much damage to him. Like, what would have hurt him that much? Anyways. Maybe he starts out injured. Maybe the game was like giving me a bit of a break. But I'm definitely not used to having any sort of poise in this game, so it's kind of nice to have that. Definitely saved me the back there. So I don't know how I killed both of those. I don't think I should have been able to. I thought I was dead. Yeah, and this is the way to the or not the bonfire, up to the elevator. I do not yet have that either. I think. Yeah, no, it's not here. Can I just... Nope. So we need to go the rest of the way through the castle. That's gonna be fun. And then this boss guy, I do not look forward to him. He is probably one of my least favorite bosses in this game, just simply because I got stuck on him for so long on my first run. And that was painful. But we cleared out the whatever those are. Big lion dog things. And that means this entire lower level is pretty safe. Which I think that's the only time I've ever actually killed all of those. I usually run past them. You know, there's a first time for everything, and no reason for the first time to not be on the shield run. Okay, we got doggos and we got bird. Two things I'm not a fan of fighting. Oh, and it's a tough bird, okay. Normally one hit of the snake was enough for the birds in Stormvale. I assumed the same would be here, because we've upgraded our bird shield quite a lot. Or not, yeah, the shield you use for the birds, not a shield with a bird on it. Yeah, I can't hit short targets. Okay. We're fine. Everything's fine. We just need to get to that elevator. Even though we have no Estus of any kind. I'm sure this place doesn't have any tricks up its sleeve, and I can just walk right there. Oh look, tricks up its sleeve. Oh, and they've got archers. You know what this calls for? Running the heck away. I don't know how I rolled through that. Can't roll through that, though. Yeah, we need to conserve our resources a bit more. We lost all of our flasks killing those lions. So if those lions respawn, we're just gonna run past them. 'Cause, yeesh. Trying to get through 90% of this castle with 0 Estus is not a good place to be. Yeah, and it looks like they don't respawn, which is good. I was a bit worried about that. Now there's the birds. We'll take that guy out before pulling the wolves, hopefully. Hey bird, get down here. It's so hard to hit those guys. But luckily he didn't do much damage. We can conserve our resources for beating these guys up. I don't know why I keep trying to block with the shield. I mean, blocking the dogs is definitely a good way of defeating them, but this shield just does not have much blocking power at all. I think it's like 60% damage blocking. So, I mean, I guess kind of worth it, but not really. I need to not only fight this guy, but also time the arrows between this guy's attacks. That is not easy. Oh yeah. Mr. Teleporty guy. Plus, you don't seem to want to get poisoned. So I don't know if I can poison these little apparitions. Okay, well, you have just given yourself a one-way ticket to being my first target. Should've just let me 1v1 this guy. Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna kill this guy. Unless two-handing my shield makes it so I can maybe break through his poise on his shield. Because otherwise, he has more poise than I do. He does more damage than I do. I can't bleed or poison him. And he's got a bigger shield. It's just an uphill battle for me. Gimme. Okay, and there's where it says, yeah, that's where the grace is. So I don't know how to get there from in there, but we'll at least have the advantage. There we go. I was gonna say, we at least have the advantage of knowing where it is. We haven't even gotten to the boss yet, and that's what I'm most worried about. Oh yeah, we need to pick up our souls, which should be right in here. You don't bother us right now. That should be enough to level us up. So we'll do that. We need as much power as we can get before we fight that boss. A ladder. I don't know where this leads. It's been a while since I explored this whole castle area. Apparently it leads up to these guys that weren't an issue up until like right now. Get wrecked. Actually, I think he's still alive. Yeah, it wasn't far enough to do any fall damage. And I don't think I can get back up from here. No, so we just came down here to kill this guy. Which is pretty worth it. Oh right, now we're above where we could have gotten earlier, I think. Yeah. I don't recognize this place at all. Dang rats. So hard to hit with a snake. Just that one frame hit is so dumb. And they've had that through like every game. That's not an Elden Ring thing. That's just a rat thing. The reason why rats are not very fun to fight in any of the games. Of course, you need to farm them in Dark Souls 1 if you're wanting to get any good amount of humanity early on. Which I have done that farm many, many, many a time. Okay, what does this do for us? Because I think... I don't know, where do you go from here? I guess I could go over there. I don't know what that gets me, but I guess I'll take it. Oh, hi. Yeah, I don't like you, for the record. and I could not stop that from happening at all. Yeah, these guys have way more poise than I can possibly break. So I don't know how I'm supposed to fight them. Because, like, in the early game, the snake was able to break pretty much anyone's poise and kind of stagger them for a second. Thus, I was able to keep enemies off of me for any amount of time so I can actually survive. But now it's like, in the late game, you can't really do that. Can't really break poise of these enemies that are much, much higher level. Let's just go straight over here. Where does this take us? Is this just the top? Yeah, this is the top of the rat building, I think. So we can't sneak up on him, because obviously he sensed us approaching. Also, I'm pretty sure those guys are some of the guys that are in the boss room. Oh, and this leads us back up to here. Okay. Interesting. Well, let's go see if we can't just sprint by this dude, because I don't want to deal with him right now. Is that all you had up here, my guy? You're kind of poor, aren't you? You just have the one trinket. And that's it. Can you climb ladders, I wonder? Or I guess he can just teleport. Nope, he's just climbing it. Yeah, we are not going to be able to beat this boss very easily at all. This is going to be a nightmare. I just need to get to that elevator. Yep, and there's another one of you. Hey, look, an elevator. See ya. Oh, hi. I suppose see ya now is more like it. How far can he teleport? Is that just... He seemed to have like a limit on how far he can teleport at once. So he can't really follow me. Alright, so then we go to this bonfire, I think. And then just continually go into that elevator. I'm not sure if this is the closest to the elevator, but it seemed to be. You know, maybe I should look into how to get that thing to sit down just so we don't hear it all the time. But my first issue is dealing with this boss. That's gonna be fun. Because yeah, it took me a long time to kill this guy on my first playthrough. And I don't think I've fought him on any subsequent playthroughs because I didn't want to. He does this, and who does he summon? Immediately two of these guys. The guys that I was having trouble with on my own. Like, soloing them. And now he summons two that he buffs to fight me at once. Okay, the difficult one is gone. Shield guy kind of sucks, but is not nearly as big of an issue. Especially if he lets his shield down right as I attack. That's advantageous to me. Seems to be a 90% damage blocking shield. Yeah, I'm not going to make any progress unless I bait out an attack. Oh great, now I can't even hurt him. I guess we'll try to hit this guy a little bit. Nope. Yeah, that's impossible. I can't hit him until I've dealt with his goons. But if he makes his goons invincible, I can't do anything for like the next 20 seconds until that wears off. So I guess we just run in a circle. Because trying to find an opening on the boss's moveset while trying to pay attention to where the other guy is just not gonna happen. And how do I get up there? I'm pretty sure the only way to get to the bell thing and to make it fall is to get up to the top of the castle and try to jump down onto it. At least that's my first thought when seeing the situation. Hey, look, loot. So yeah, I would need to get up here onto this tower, maybe? Why are you here? You're a Stormveil guard. Oh, great. That is also very Stormveil-esque. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do about that? Let's see. I think that's the only way forward. Right there. Oh? You just disappeared. Okay. And look, it's right there. If I could get on my horse, I could get over there. Ow. Okay, he disappeared because he was far away, not because he's not there. Understood. Let's just get rid of this. Okay. So how does one get over to that? Obviously, this area is important because they set up a bunch of defenses and even ballista over here. But you can't seem to get up into that tower. I can't summon my horse here. I guess I could try to wait until it's leaning this way and jump up to it manually. Seems like, yeah, I can jump up to here. But who knows how long that's gonna take. Yeah, and it's even moving away now. Yeah, and jumping from up there would have been nice, but it's too far away. Over here is kind of the closest you can get. But it needs to come down a little, and I don't know if it will. If I had my horse, I could make that jump, though. But no horse for me. Okay, I mean, it turned. That It still doesn't mean I can make that jump yet, though. Maybe if I were in multiplayer and somebody went under it so it tried to do its jump attack, then I could get on it, because during its jump attack it kind of leans down a lot. I don't know. I don't see anything else cluing me into something you can do about it. I mean, I guess there kind of looks to be curses on it every so often. But usually that was just the first one that you did that with. And this one being so close to a raised castle, I kind of assumed it was one of the ones you have to jump on. But it doesn't seem like it. Yeah, it does look to have curses on it, so I guess that's all we need to do for that. Yep, that's a curse. I don't know how many I need to move. It's a bit dangerous with a shield because I need to be real close in order to actually hit it. Oh, he's doing that attack. Oh no, I think I just won. That's good. Now we'll stop making a bunch of noise, which is very nice. Because I'm probably going to be back at this bonfire like many times. And I don't want to hear that every single time I come back here. But we don't need to access this now. It's nice that we got it down, but you only really need to access that when you have the Soul of Rykard or the Soul of Melania, which I do not have either. Because, you know, those are the highest value ones, so those are the only ones I ever really copy. Unless I actually need 2 of the items from them. But also, let's go back up here. Because since you weren't supposed to jump on it, obviously this area up here was guarded for a different reason. I'd like to know what that is. Because we can drop down to areas from here. But up here, oh, there's a ladder. Where does that take us? Oh, this takes us to the painting. Okay, that's what they were guarding. Alright, so now we need to go back to the bonfire and then start trying to kill the boss again. Now that we have peace and quiet. But yeah, this boss is not gonna go well. I mean, if I can use the snake to take out his first guy with the twin swords, then that's a good start at least. But the shield guy is just gonna block all my attacks, so killing him is gonna take some time. Also, I don't think I ever sent the elevator back down. So I gotta get in the habit of doing that as well. Because we're gonna be here quite a few times, I'm sure. Alright, so that guy spawns over here. Oh, he spawns really close to the guy, okay. Noted. Because I would like to know exactly where he's gonna spawn, so I can kinda... You predict it and get in there and get a hit off before he's an issue. Okay, that's one down. I need to bait out this guy's attacking so I can actually hit him. Okay. Absolutely baited. Good sir. Oh, you went into second phase. I remember now. Your second phase is not dependent on you at all. Your second phase is simply if you kill his buddies. How did that not hit me? Yeah, I don't know how I'm gonna beat this guy. Never been good with the other guy's moveset. I doubt I'll be any better against this guy. Especially because he just keeps spamming those big frostbite abilities. That's all he knows how to do. Unless I can bleed him, perhaps. I don't see what I'm going to be able to do. Oh, I can bleed him, okay. And after he does his big boy move, he kind of gets all tuckered out. If I can bleed him, logic would suggest that, ow, I can also poison him. Oh wait, I already did poison him. Okay. Never mind. Hey dude, you want to do like your big attack? That's not your big attack. The bigger one. Real big one. I wonder how I'll get him to start that. Like, do I need to stay at a distance for him to do it? Or do you think him, like, being up close would cause him to try that? Nope. Yeah, if that leg jump hits me, I'm pretty sure it's almost a one-shot. Okay, dude, tucker yourself out. Do your big attack. Oh, I'm out of range of all your small attacks. Just, you know, I guess you need to do something a bit bigger. Bit of a, you know, large gale force winds type attack, maybe. Something like that, but like bigger. You know, that one didn't work too well. Ow. Maybe something like that, but like 10 times the size. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that just totally destroy me? I think it would. Luckily, that leg attack has a real generous dodging, you know, time on it. He always does that after, so he's not vulnerable after that attack. Nope. So yeah, after he does his big attack, which I don't know if he does it at a certain percent of health or if it's just a really rare attack, but he was not doing it for a long time there. I was hoping I could just bait it out a few times and kill him, but obviously that's the kind of thing that if it happens is nice, if it doesn't happen, it's just not gonna happen. Because it doesn't seem like a thing I can bait out at all reliably. But it might just have a trigger I'm not sure about. It might, like, maybe I need to get behind him at a certain distance. Some of those attacks have a really weird trigger area to start. But overall, we can poison him, and we can bleed him. I don't think I'm going to be able to bleed him under normal circumstances, because, you know, I just can't land enough hits in a row to do that. But if he does his ability that tuckers himself out, we will be able to get a good old bleed on him every time that happens. Really? A little ice attack hit me? Yeah, it's not gonna do enough damage. We definitely need to use the snake on that guy and nothing else. Because nothing else really does enough damage to be worth it, and doesn't do enough stagger to be worth it either. I don't know, maybe it would be best to keep the shield guy active. I mean, the guy's second phase wasn't bad. Honestly, fighting the boss in first phase with a buddy is probably worse than just fighting the boss alone in second phase. And I don't remember if he summons a second, like, group of people at lower health. The other guy did, the guy in Caelid. He would summon his initial group first, and then at half health he summons a second group. We didn't see that on this fight just yet, so I don't know what percentage he would do that at if he does do it. But the guys he summons right off the bat are so strong, I kind of doubt that he has another group of people in waiting. Okay, I hit them both. That's good. And of course that has enough stagger to stagger me. Why wouldn't it? Pretty bad start. Yeah, and he's doing this again. Yeah, because shield guy's real slow until he isn't. Oh, and you're just gonna constantly run away from me, aren't you? Yeah, you have more range than my snake by a little bit. But maybe this guy is easier to dodge in first phase. So maybe we rely on poisons more. You know, if we can just have them both waddling around like this, and I can keep him poisoned. But if I remember correctly, he reaches second phase whether or not you keep a guy alive after a certain while. Oh, he still does this attack. And that's kind of good. But he already got over being tuckered out. Didn't he, like, jump at me last time? Okay, he must not tucker himself out for very long if he does it in first phase. 'Cause he was not down for a long time there. Okay, got him poisoned again. Bad idea. It's like he's pretty docile until you get anywhere near him. And then he very much is not. Okay, poison's worn off. Oh great, right as I get you in an opportune location, you decide to go all aggressive on me. And yep, as... Oh, but he disappeared. Okay. As I thought... Oh, that is a much bigger area than I thought it did. But luckily, his minion disappears when you reach his second phase. So you don't have to worry about him carrying over through it. That's bad. There's just no dodging that at all. And his weapon is way too long. You can't outrange it. But you can't stay close in either because all of his AoEs are nearly impossible to dodge through. Because they have lasting hitboxes. So if you stay close in, his AoEs get you. If you stay further away, his spear just outranges everything you do. So it's kind of just, you're gonna get hit no matter what you do. I think trying to just get poison on him and then run away is the only option. Because I am not gonna win a battle between his health pool and mine. Even though I've invested pretty much everything into health, that still doesn't really do much for me. Yeah, this has nothing, I don't think. That was mistimed a bit. That's fine. Because now I got poison on him. And of course that always breaks my poise. Always. Okay, well I got poison on the boss right off the bat, and I didn't take much damage from him. So that is a plus. Kind of weird how much of a wimp this guy is in first phase compared to his second phase. Yeah, that's a way too big of a range to actually get in there during that duration. I think that's only punishable in second phase, when he jumps towards you at the end of it. Okay, he's poisoned again. I may be able to bleed him if I get in there real soon with this guy, other guy further away. If I get in there really quickly when he's trying to buff his guys, because he can't attack me while buffing. So... and of course you're going for more. Because, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Just keep doing the same attack over and over. It's too far away, of course. Okay, got the poison again. That should bring him down to the threshold that he starts phase 2. Yep, that's his phase 2. And he's starting out strong, okay. How does that hit me 10 miles away from you? We're not even standing in water. Can you imagine how much range his lightning attacks would have if we were standing in water right now? That'd be absolutely ludicrous. Oh, he didn't get poisoned by that? Okay. Problem. Yeah, we always get hit by that, but we can always get a poison on him, or a poison attack. Doesn't necessarily poison him. Okay, that poisoned him. I just need to make sure that poison's gonna kill him. The poison ran out. Okay, all my efforts to make sure the poison was gonna kill him did not work. Okay. Ugh. I swear, if he killed me there, right when he was at 0 health and the poison ran out at the worst time, I would have been upset. That took less attempts than I thought it would. Many, many, many less attempts, actually. I thought I'd be here for hours. But I was only here for an hour. And most of that wasn't even the boss. Maybe it's because I hit my head against that boss for a very, 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 very long time the first attempt. And thus I've kind of retained the knowledge needed to beat him. Alright, I don't know what I'm gonna get my endurance up to, maybe like 30. And then maybe go back to increasing the strength and health again. Because I know those are at soft cap. I don't know how much higher they can go before they just become completely useless. Also, I should probably find a better helmet, if I'm being honest. Because, I mean, the Crimson Hood is nice, but at this point, it's only giving me 1 vigor, and that's at soft cap, so it isn't doing much for me. Alright, well that is that. We have both halves of the secret medallion, meaning we just need to find the... Or wait, no, we don't need to find another lift. We go back to the rolled lift, which is here? Is this it? Yeah. Yeah, so we go back to here, and then we can lift the secret medallion. That'll take us to the consecrated snowfields, I think. And hopefully there we'll be able to get up to plus 10 coil shield. And maybe do other things, I don't know. But let's see. We still have not been getting 8s. Which, I mean, I guess it's good that we're getting the lower level ones, because that means the higher level ones are still in front of us. But still, I would like to have the useful ones, please. I mean, I guess maybe someday I'll be... Let's see, switch action. Hoist secret medallion. Someday I might level up another shield that requires regular smithing stones. So it's probably good to have some in the bank, but... I mean, by that point I'll probably already have all the lower level smithing stones able to be bought through the, you know, smithing stone bell bearings. Does this do anything special, or is it just the same animation? I don't know, they kind of looked at me. That's kind of special, I think. Maybe. We'll see. And how do these grand lifts even work? I mean, just the mechanism behind these must be absolutely immense. Because this is a giant frickin' slab of stone that we're on, with giant stone pillars, plus having mechanisms in them in order to turn the statues, which must be, I would think, made of metal and powered by something. And look at this entire thing as a giant triple archway made of stone, with 4 stone statues and their weapons, and the mechanism to turn the statue things, and whatever power is turning the statue things. That is a lot of weight. I have no idea what kind of mechanism they have in there that can lift that. Is that more statues on top? It is. They even have multiple statues on the top of it as well. Oh, this place. I remember this place. It's very dark. Though I don't remember this place. Well, all I know about this place is that there is a drop down to a secret invisible path. Though I don't remember if that's the way forward or if that's just there. Oh great, these guys. Can we not fight them? Can we just, like, ignore them, please? Oh, hi. You might be a bit harder to ignore. Oh, you move forward. Okay. That was a dumb move on its part, moving forward, because that unblocked the entrance and I could get the heck out of there. Yeah, I believe there might be where you access the you know, invisible bridge. Okay, no, it was not necessary to go over Secret Bridge to get to the other side here, which is very good, because I don't remember the route when it comes to the invisible area. Did I just have, like, exactly enough souls to level up? Because I was looking at my souls, I'm like, did I die somewhere? Did I lose those souls that I got from that boss fight? What happened? But I don't think I did. I think I just had exactly enough souls.
It is I, Natenna.
Yeah, I hear you.
We have reached the land of Mikla's Halig tree, where Lobo and I began our travels.
Good for you.
It's entirely thanks to you that I'm so close to home. These great snow-laden lands stretch far to the north, and beyond the ancient bowers, in the liturgical town of Ordina, lies the place to which I must return.
How did you guys get up here? And how's your torch still going in this blizzard? Now I just need to find a bonfire up here, wherever that may be. Bonk. They did not like that. Oh, and did I ever even... I may not even be able to get the thing up here until a bit later. Okay, so these are just shiny. Ooh, rune 11. That's pretty good. Is that a golden seed I see? It is. Because, yeah, the place that you get the somber ancient dragon smithing stone, I'm pretty sure, is you kill Anastasia the Tarnished Eater or whatever, and she drops it. But she only spawns up here if you've already killed her in the other locations. Man, and where is anything? I mean, there's a map up here. I guess we head that way. Seems to be the only direction we can glean so far. I do remember this place is huge, and you never really have very good eyesight in this area, so I'm gonna be relying on the map quite a lot, I'm sure. Ugh. Is there any way to know how far down that goes? I think I see the ground there. But I also see the cliffs. And those cliffs stretch on for a while. You can kind of see the outline of the ground, right? You see that wolf down there? Yeah. So is that a drop I can make? It's almost impossible to tell at this juncture. Maybe we follow the cliff until we see an area a bit closer like that. I can make that. Okay. Okay, we can see things a little bit better down here, which is nice. We need to go this way up to the road. And the map is just right this way. And I don't know how much this is going to help us, but hopefully a lot. Yeah, it doesn't help us a lot. Other than I know we face Anastasia in this area, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so that's where we started. And we just kind of moved all the way up to here. Interesting. So I need to go down here in order to get more upgrade materials. Now this place, though, I'm sure has to have level 8 smithing stones, right? You what? Oh, did Anastasia invade me? Huh. I never killed her at Mount Gelmir. I thought that she wasn't able to spawn in unless you defeated her every other time. I suppose not. Luckily, even though her stats are higher, she's never any significant amount more difficult than the other times you fight her. You know, Anastasia's, you kill one, you kill them all. But I can never hit her during a jump attack. She gets, like, immunity during that. Which is kind of BS. Yeah, no, every time she's just gonna do the jump attack. I think I need to dodge, like, not try to attack first. I'm not gonna get any distance on you like this. Okay, you slowed down for some reason. Good. I think I need to... That doesn't work either. Okay, I mean, I hit her with it, but... doesn't mean much. Okay, there we go. Yeah, she has a lot more health and damage on this summon than she normally does. Somber Ancient Dragon Smithing Stone. Exactly what we came here for. And now we'll go down here. And once we get to the mine, I'll teleport back to... Well, I guess maybe I should finish the mine, unless I have issues with it. Yeah, I remember this place. It is not fun. No, thank you. We'll just... We don't want anything he's selling, so we'll just keep on going. Now, I need to remember how to get to this mine. I seem to remember... It's kind of tricky. I guess I can drop. Yeah. I remember it looks like it's kind of off the edge of the cliff, but there's this lowered portion here. Now, hopefully, we get lots and lots of upgrade materials through this. Because I'm not exactly sure what upgrades are in this area. But I like the snowy tunnel look. It's very nice. And surprisingly bright. It's like I can actually see things in this tunnel. Which is weird because you can't see things on the surface here, but you can see things in the tunnel. Which is quite the opposite of how most areas are. Okay, you guys are frozen? Are you actually dead? I guess so. We're just gonna trust that they're not coming back up and gonna sneak up behind us a bit later. What's down there? It's a survivable drop, it looks like. We'll keep that in mind. Wait, what? Doesn't open from this side. Okay, we need to go around. Well, down into the hole we go. Why is there a bloodstain here? What did you do? Well, something down there killed him. What it might be, your guess is as good as mine. Actually, maybe better, because some people probably actually remember what's in here. What about you? Where you go? No, you just fade away. Right, I need two hands. Did he just die to this dude? I mean, most people don't do much damage to these guys, so I guess it's kind of understandable. I hear lightning, which is usually, I mean, Surprisingly, you'd think lightning was something electric. I think this lightning is gravity lightning. It's the sound that the onyx guys make before they appear. Or alabaster? I think there's multiple different variants. Yep. There's his portal. Excuse me? Throwing things at me, my guy? We'll grab the item in a minute. Gotta make sure this guy doesn't cause too much issue. Okay. I'm pretty sure I have to go down and fight the gravity guy, but we'll stay up here as long as we can. These guys have a lot of health. I can't really burst them down before they hit me. But I can try. Okay, Somber 8. Have I been missing any smithing stones? Because that one kind of blended in a bit. I'm going to assume no, but you never really can tell. Because that over there is just a message, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, it is. Oh, hi, you're waking up. Okay, there's another one here. A smithing stone 8. Good. Exactly what we needed. That means we can upgrade our spiky shield once. Because now we have a second smithing stone 8. Let's go up here, see if we can't find any more of those. Ah, this leads to this place. Or is this a different place? Yes, must be different because you can't drop down anywhere here. What might this be? Money. End path? No. Just money. Alright, boss time. Guess he's not much of a boss. He seems to just be kind of a normal enemy. Oh, great. He doesn't take a lot of damage, but poison's definitely affecting him. Oh no, you don't. Poison should finish him off. There we go. More of this. You know, it kind of sucks because the smithing stones are looking a lot more like the somber smithing stones now. Like, they both look pretty similar on the outside. Didn't I already... Yeah, that's just the base of one. Also, there's a bunch of, I don't know, lawnmower-esque things going on outside, so hopefully that's not too hearable. Not much I can do about it. Let's see. That's the shortcut. Very good. Now let's see what the heck is waiting for us in here. I can't really see anything. I assume maybe it's one of the gravity guys, because we've seen at least one of them in here. No, it's this one. I mean, gravity guy wasn't technically incorrect. Nope, need to remember the timing on that. Think this guy's poisonable? Probably not. Oh no. Man, this guy just is not giving me a chance to do anything. Ow. It doesn't help that I have, like, literally 0 range. And this guy's already hard to hit, even if you have, like, a... Even if you have a great sword, this guy is kind of tricky to get the hitboxes right on. Okay, he can be poisoned. Oh no. Yep. And once again, nothing can stop that except for being outside of its range. And then we sit on the ground for 2 years. Okay. Well, I'm glad my guy wanted to die. Because yeah, after the gravity thing, your person just sits on the ground for a solid, like, 5 or 6 seconds. And even if you're spamming the roll button, they just do not get up. So we're gonna have to... I don't even know. You can't stay at long range with that thing or it destroys you. You can't stay at close range or it just keeps doing its AoE attacks that are very, very hard to dodge. Except, I guess the expanding AoE that it does can be jumped over, I'm pretty sure. But everything else is just gonna be super difficult to do. Really hate these bosses. And this thing's even higher level than the one in Ronnie's questline. So... Really? I really hate those attacks because it both knocks you back and summons all those. Nope. Not even sprinting can you get away from that. That's just... If you're under him when he starts it, that's just a guaranteed hit. Oh, that's that attack. Okay. And he's teleporting. And that's that attack. Did I dodge it? Okay, apparently you can iframe through it. It's just difficult. This thing has way too much health for the snake to do on its own. Nope. Everything this guy does damages you. I don't think I'm gonna be able to beat this guy. And of course, Elden Ring doesn't have Homeward Bones, or at least as far as I've ever seen. We can look through our inventory, but I really doubt that it has them, because I've never seen... There's only Lose All Runes, that one. But aside from that, there's just nothing in here that takes you back to a bonfire without killing the boss room that... or finishing the boss room that you're in. Unless it's these, but that doesn't say anything about what it's actually supposed to do. Let's see, is there... Switch display... I don't know what that means. We can test it, though. Okay. It just... Okay, I guess it does what I thought it does. It creates a little grace beam that shows you towards your next objective that isn't actually a homeward bone type thing. So yeah, I don't think there is one, except quitting out. I suppose if you quit out and come back in, it puts you outside the boss room, right? So that's the only real option. It's really dumb that they don't have a homeward bone. Like, every single other Dark Souls game has homeward bones. Except for this one. Even Bloodborne does, right? I don't know, I haven't played it very much, or in a long time. But I'm fairly certain it does. So let's just do that. Because if they're not going to give me an option on homeward bones, I'm going to create my own option. Because locking your souls away in a boss room that you can't beat right now is real dumb. So hopefully this puts us outside the boss room and not inside of it. Yep, we're out here. Effective homeward bone. And it's free, so even better than the homeward bones in other games. Who would have known? Yeah, we can't fight that guy yet. He has way too much HP. Like, honestly, his attacks are manageable. I can always learn his attacks. But there's nothing I can do that can, you know, make it any better for him having thousands and thousands and thousands of HP. So let's use this. I think 10k will get me about where I need to be to level up again. Yes, just barely. So we'll continue with our endurance. Now I wonder, let's see. We're still at medium, but if we were to put on the arsenal charm, still medium, okay. What does this do even? Oh right, that's the defense when at max health. That increases my stamina and stamina regen. Do we have anything better than stamina? I don't think so. The talismans that I can actually use effectively are very niche. Because not a lot of things actually boost shield damage. Blood loss in vicinity increases attack power. Interesting. I mean, I do blood loss with my shield, but I don't know if that'll be worth it. But anyways, I guess let's go through this tunnel a bit more. We can always go all the way back through and back to the beginning. Well, I mean, that would be a long run. I was just wanting to make sure I didn't miss anything, but I don't think I have. Let's just go back. We have some upgrades to get. And we can't teleport until we're out of the dungeon, so it would be kind of sucky if we went further in and had to do all that over again just to get back out. Alright, now we should be able to teleport. I have to go all the way down here. And then we can get this coil shield to +10. And at least upgrade the thorn shield by 1.
Well, I took you for no matter it. Lay out your arm.
Okay, we need more souls, but yes. We can upgrade this once, and that's about it. And those both together required about 1,500 souls, it looked like. So one of these should do it. On top of what I already have. Should definitely make it possible. Alright. Got those So now the Viper Shield is at plus 10, which is the highest it can ever be, I believe. And this is at plus 22, which is pretty close to the highest it'll be. So, that's pretty good. And they're about the same damage-wise still, it would look like. So where to go next? Because these late game areas are really... I want to get rid of that. Yes. These late game areas kind of suck. In that all their bosses are going to be absolutely like Herculean tasks to take out. I guess we might as well go here. If I can get that on it. I think up here is probably the closest to it. Maybe be able to go down and around it. Because I want to get that last map so I can see if there's any mines we can go into. So we're heading this way. But we got what we needed at the consecrated snowfield, which was the coil snake shield upgrade. That was about it, honestly. I don't really know what else you do there, aside from go into that mine and kill the boss at the end of it. Which I will need to come back to someday. Oh, hi. I don't like that. I do not like that either. Okay, that's just unfair. First you can snipe me from any distance with near perfect accuracy, and then you can knock someone off their horse in one set of attacks. That's just not fair, my guy. Okay, map is up here. I was gonna say, game, I have never been further from that dragon in my entire life. You can stop with the epic music now. Oh, hi, doggo. Man, this place seems to love enemies that can just knock you off your horse on a whim. Are there fire slugs in the snow area? Alright, now this is the first time I have ever actually gone this far. Because on my main save, I never beat Fire Giant. I've never even gotten to the Fire Giant's boss room, but I can recognize that this is it because I helped my friend kill the Fire Giant at one point on his save. So, I have seen it, just not personally. And we're pretty dang close to it, I'm fairly certain. Yeah, because that unlocks all of this. So across this chain, I think is where the boss room is. Then this is the boss room, and then that's the kiln. That's gonna be fun. And I don't see any other mines, so... Well, let's get rid of our thing there. Place another thing over here, because I'm pretty sure there's another grace right before the boss. So we're gonna go unlock that, at least. Even if I don't think we can fight the boss right now. I mean, we probably could, but I need to go kill Moog first. Oh, it's a giant bird thing. No, thank you. Why are there giants and birds fighting? But obviously the birds are winning. Because, I mean... Those birds are freaking terrifying. That is a big hand. That is bigger than the normal ones, isn't it? Fairly certain it is, by like Multiple magnitudes. Where was that even sitting? Oh, that is terrifying. Why is it so big? Yeah, so that is a bonfire near the boss room, but I think I need to get up this cliff. Yep, and here's the boss. Is that the closest bonfire? The one, do I need to go up this hill every time? Because if we have to kill this, or try to kill this guy like 40, 50 times, that's gonna really start to suck. Okay, we got, I think, the closest bonfire. So I guess we need to go back to killing Moog, because we need to get that before we beat Fire Giant. If we can even beat Fire Giant, we'll have to see. I know, because I already looked into it, that he can be poisoned and bled. It's just his resistances to those, because he's absolutely immense, are just kind of unreachable. But hopefully, if I can just get under him and spam attack him with both shields, maybe I'll be able to do enough damage. Good sir, that doesn't help you really. Oh yeah, and he's got super delayed attacks. Super delayed attacks. Yeah, just literally with this guy's attacks, just wait for the last second. Oh, and that, you can't dodge away from that, I don't think. I'll need to dodge to the side. Can't back up because he threw that behind me. I do not like this guy. His attacks seriously have like a full 1.5 seconds more delay than you think it should. Because it's like he gets into position where he can attack and then he just kind of chills. And then he does it. Like, sure, I know his weapon's heavy, but he wouldn't be using it if he can't actually swing it. And if you are able to swing a heavy weapon, it doesn't have an additional delay like that. Oh, of course. And I need to also remember this guy is absolutely immense. So you need to be right up in his face to hit him with the snake even. Okay, and you just have infinite tracking on that. Good. Look at that. So much frickin' delay where it shouldn't be. Right, and he has the BS pull weapon out of ground attack. Because he's nowhere near big enough to have that be a valid excuse. He's not, like, uprooting boulders when he pulls his weapon out of the ground. He's just, like, pulling up a few bricks, maybe. And that shouldn't do nearly any damage to me. Yeah, so this attempt isn't going anywhere. So how are you gonna do any better against this guy? I'm not sure. Because we need to beat him, but he's effectively immune to both poison and bleed. And the only attack that does any decent amount of damage is headshotting him with the snake, which is near impossible to do unless you're at like a very specific distance from him. And that's a very dangerous distance to be, because that's right within all of his abilities' hit radiuses. Radii? I think it would be radii. I'm probably not going to beat this guy today. Of course, the explosion brought me towards him. Okay, snake is not working too well. I need to learn how to dodge his close range attacks and just stay right up in his GABA. But of course, that blood shower attack he has makes him invincible to my close range attacks. How did that hit me? Of course, he always does that after it. What? I most certainly rolled through that. How's it going? Not too great. I'm trying to put in some work on this guy so I can try to learn his moveset. Good to see ya, Ebos. Yeah, so all we can do is fight him melee with the bleed shield. But hopefully, I'll put in some time here, maybe another like half hour at least, of trying to fight this guy. And by next stream, hopefully I will have slept on his, you know, moveset, and will be able to just dodge everything he throws at me. Because that would be nice. But yes, I'm very tired today. I did not sleep the right way. Everything went wrong. So, probably not going to be the longest stream today, but I'm hoping to get a bit more of this memorization done before then. And I always dodge when he does the attack, not when the attack actually hits. Just like that. When he starts swinging down, I dodge, because that's how you dodge every other attack in every other game. But that's not how you attack. That's not how you dodge this guy's attacks. Because his attacks don't hit when he swings down. His attacks hit a few seconds after he swings down. Because that's normal. And he's big enough that if he just backpedals, I can't hit him. Because his legs are long enough that it makes his backpedaling speed super fast. And he always does the charge after the claw. I need to remember that. You went to work by bike? That does sound a bit tiring, but it's quite healthy. You know, gotta get your exercise in where you can. And that one's super delayed as well. I'll get the timings down. They're just counterintuitive. Not impossible, though. Once again, I try to dodge the claw, I don't try to dodge the explosion. And, of course, there he is, doing his uproot attack that moves like literally 2 pebbles and does half my health and damage. As always. It's only 15 miles? That is... I mean, on bike, that's not nearly as far as if you tried to, like, walk that distance. Because bikes are quite energy efficient, but still, I wouldn't want to have to bike 15 miles and then work. Like, that was always the worst thing back when I didn't have, back when I didn't have a car but still went to, like, a physical location to work. I had to walk into work every day, which was very difficult. Oh, there and back in total? Okay, that's good. I was gonna say, if it's 15 miles each way, that's a lot. Yeah, not much we can do about that. We need to stay close to him, but there's absolutely nothing I can do with certain attacks of his. But we don't need to win, we just need to memorize the attack patterns. So that maybe someday we'll be smart enough to beat him. Yeah, there's barely enough time to get attacks in when you're that close, let alone trying to actually heal. Yeah, and look at that. I just cannot hit him when he's backpedaling at all. It's just an invulnerability glitch for him. I mean, I could try to memorize things from the VOD, but I think that would be kind of difficult for me. It's probably easiest to memorize the movements while you're in the game and fighting him. Additionally, that would have the same pitfalls as, you know, why I can't edit my own videos. You know, watching my own VOD would be equally painful. I don't know how I'm going to break that habit of actually trying to dodge the enemy attack. Because you need to not dodge the enemy attack. That's the folly here. Just like that, every time. Every time that hand moves, my brain is like, must dodge hand, because it's coming right for us. And yet that's the wrong reaction. Because if you dodge the hand, you get hit by the explosion every time. I can never do more than a little tiny portion of his health this way. I don't know why that is. Because it was doing good damage after I'd hit him with the snake and switched to this shield, but just using this shield I can't do any damage to him. Which maybe means that the snake is the only thing that was actually hurting him? I don't know. Let's see, if we switch over to this... No, it's still medium. Why is that? Like, how little of stuff do we need to have before we reach... There we go, finally. I mean, I've been upgrading my endurance so much and it hasn't gotten me any closer to light rolling. Yeah, close range or long range, this guy is just not possible to dodge in all circumstances. And that makes him invincible for the time being. My only hope is that the wiki is right and I can eventually find enough openings that I'll be able to bleed him. But I'm really doubting the wiki's assessment, if I'm being honest. As they claim, he's both able to be poisoned and bled. But it doesn't make sense for him to be bleedable. Especially because he said it was weak against bleed. I don't believe that. Like, the guy's entire shtick is bleeding. He's not going to be able to be bled himself. That's just not how this works. Yeah, and that is infinite tracking. So he's gonna slam the weapon down on top of you no matter what you do, no matter where you're standing around him. He's gonna hit. And, you know, I've never understood why they make it so the Flask of Physic has a longer, like 50% longer drinking time than the Estus. You guess this game is not fair? Yeah, that's kind of the problem with Elden Ring's design, as far as I've seen, is that every other Dark Souls game, aside from maybe Bloodborne, have, like, their entire design philosophy is difficult but fair, you know? Enemies are at most on the same playing field as you. But in Elden Ring, enemies have the advantage in, like, everything. They're faster, they can do more attacks in a row. They have more HP. They're much larger, so they can cover more ground faster. And I mean, on one hand, the idea of going up against insurmountable odds is, you know, the core of a Dark Souls game, but the insurmountable odds are supposed to be fitting, you know, to you and what you can do. Not just, oh, this is very difficult, let's add it, you know? And that issue doesn't always come up with every enemy, but it's certainly a prevalent thing through the game as a whole, that they obviously just tried to make some things as tough as possible instead of actually making it as fair as possible. Which is kind of understandable, seeing as how this is in the wake of somebody, you know, beating all 3 Dark Souls games in a row without getting hit a single time. So I think they recognize that as a whole, the Dark Souls community has been getting more and more skilled. So the only way to keep that audience's attention is to make it infinitely more difficult. But still, you know, so I definitely understand why they cranked it up to an 11. It's just, I don't feel like they should have, or at least have, I don't know, like, I don't know, it's just, there's no real answer to it, because if you make a game that's fair, the super, like, skilled pros at the game aren't going to be happy with it, because it's going to be just as difficult and just as easy as every other Dark Souls game to them. But then to anybody else playing it, anyone who isn't, like, super professional at the game, they're going to have a real tough time with it. Well, we're just gonna keep healing until he lets me. Okay, thank you. I only took all my Estus. That's fine. I have not been able to get a lot of effort put into the writing lately, sadly, because there's been a lot of people that have been wanting to hang out with me the last few days. It's like every day I was wanting to do my own thing and do some writing. It's just like, oh yeah, then, you know, my dad wants to play some WoW, and, well, I kind of said I wanted to play WoW with him, but then the timing just adds up that the second I'm wanting to write is when he's available. So, the writing always kind of just ends up going by the wayside if I have anything else going on, which kind of makes sense because I need to be in a very specific mood to write correctly. So, I don't know, it makes sense to me that that would happen, but hopefully I will find some time where everybody else is doing other things, so I can just kind of be by myself for a while and get some writing done. You know, you need seclusion and quiet for the writing. Yeah, I mean, it's always nice to be able to hang out with people. You know, regardless of how much writing I wanted to get done lately, it's still very nice to have people to play games with and all that. You know, the one thing I can be happy about with this boss is that his melee hitbox is actually there. Not every boss has the melee hitbox that the shield can hit. Oh, that's... Why am I on the Flask of Wonders Physic? Why was I on that? Did I just use that last and not scroll off of it, or did I accidentally scroll to it? Because I'm pretty sure I used multiple heals between the last time I used that. And of course, as you saw, if you're trying to drink something that you have no more of, your character just sits there for a solid 5 seconds. They first try to take a sip, then look in there, try to shake out any last drops. They're like, yes, this does indeed look empty. Like, bro, just let me roll, please. You don't need to go and do a freaking scientific survey as to if my Estus is empty. Now, throughout all of this, have we seen him bleed once? I don't think we have. I don't remember seeing a single bleed. if this is what they consider weak to bleed, then I am scared for something that's strong to bleed. Unless my weapon just doesn't do bleed damage anymore, I don't know. Maybe I broke it. I just hit things with it so much that the barbs are all worn down. Because this guy just does not get bled at all. But you're right, I am, on average, surviving longer and doing more damage. Not poison either? No. I don't know if you saw much of the first time I was fighting this guy, but yeah, the poison didn't do very much to him either. It just was not taking hold. I hit him probably 10 times with the snake. Like, I would literally wear down my entire mana bar with the snake attacks. And they do good damage, but literally never applied the poison, no matter how many times I hit him. And he's not weak to poison, but he's also not strong to poison. So this guy's immunities are just absolutely insane. You mean, like, does he have a second phase? I don't think he does. This one doesn't. Because you remember, this is the fake Moog. The real deal does have a second phase. And he's invincible, doing his backpedaling there. And you'll backpedaling. It's a simple spell, but quite unbreakable. You think I could maybe break his poise eventually? 'Cause I was just thinking, jump attacks are a thing. If I did enough jump attacks, would it break his poise, and would it even be worth it to try to do that? Now I've noticed if I can manage to dodge his like slam down attack, then that gives me a long time to hit him. But it's so hard to dodge because it's just like a couple frames from when he starts the attack and when it hits. How did that hit me? I rolled straight through that. Okay, and I don't know if he healed there, but he definitely has a damage buff when someone bleeds. Because did you see all the little red glowies on him for a minute there? No, he has another attack after that. I always forget it. You see that? Just how fast he can bring that weapon in? It's just BS. How are you supposed to dodge that? Aside from memorizing the move that comes right before it, so you can anticipate that it's going to happen, and then dodge it before the attack even starts. But doing that is just difficult, especially considering all of his attacks look pretty similar at the very beginning. It's hard to tell which combo he's going into. But having the light roll seems to be helping us quite a bit. Nope. We're so dead. There's nothing you can do. You can't outrange him. And it's usually good to get the flask done before starting on your Estus, but it's gonna be so difficult. We barely even have time to drink the Estus, let alone the much longer drinking animation of the flask. Maybe I should switch the flask over to more, like, just health and stamina regen or something, and then just use that at the start of the fight rather than as a healing thing. Hard to see as your screen is 1-2 inch. Why? What are you even on that's 1 or 2 inches? Because that can't be a phone screen, right? Even doing an attack in between and then rolling is way too fast to account for the delay. That's such a BS. Where was I supposed to go? Most of it is chat. Well, I mean, you can stop that from happening, you know. Although I guess if you're wanting to write in chat at all, then it makes sense. You'd need to have the chat open. Any attack he has that's stab-based just come out near instantly. Every other attack he has a huge delay on it. So it's either really fast attack or really, really slow attack. And you can't prepare for both. Of course that still hit me. Why would I think that rolling would make me immune? What kind of idiot thinks that just rolling on the ground gives you immunity frames? That couldn't have happened. Do not like this boss. I mean, I was even able to beat Castle Sol relatively easily compared to this. Like, I thought I was going to be stuck at Castle Sol for the entire stream. I thought I was going to be there for like 2+ hours. But I beat it. I beat the boss within like half an hour worth of tries. And now we're back to this guy, sadly. Exactly where I did not want to be. It's just like spamming every attack I can't avoid. I don't think he has blind spots. I mean, in most Dark Souls games, the enemies have blind spots. Not in Elden Ring. Because this guy can just infinitely spin around 360 degrees in order to hit me. Like, you know, in Dark Souls 1, you're like, oh, this dragon, if you just stand right between its left leg and the body, it'll just never be able to hit you very well, except with one specific attack. But with this, it's like, no, if you're behind him, he can spin around 180 degrees just to hit you. There's no such thing as a blind spot. At least not with some enemies. Some enemies do have blind spots, kind of like the giants. If you stand right next to their legs, none of their other attacks hit you very well, aside from the stomp attacks. But most bosses, especially this size of boss, just don't have weak spots or blind spots on them. Oh, so we can break his poise. Good to know, I suppose. Not gonna help us, but good to know. Now, what I could do... did I ever get that talisman? I did. Okay, there's an item... okay, of course G doesn't do anything good in that menu. There's an item we can get that I don't remember where it is. I think it's Consecrated Snowfields or Mountaintop of the Giants. But it will boost our jump attacks, so if, in theory, we could two-hand the shield and just spam jump attacks. And then if we can get that, we might be able to do enough damage to him, or poise damage to him, to get him to be knocked onto the ground, because jump attacks do a lot more... the jump attacks do a lot more damage than regular attacks do when it comes to poise. So where is this? I seem to remember this was... or no, this might be on the capital outskirts, or Altus Plateau somewhere. Oh yeah, it's that cave. Right, okay. I know where it is now. It's not there. It is Altus Plateau, or I guess more Mount Gelmir. No, it's Altus, because it's over here. So you need to go to the coffin and go north up into the water, and that gets you to the cave. And this will get me the Raptor's Black Feathers, which is a chest piece that increases your jump attack damage. I don't know if it increases poise damage, but it increases damage all the same. And if I can do that correctly, then maybe I'll be able to knock him down more, and I don't know, maybe get a bleed off. If he's on the ground long enough, I can just kind of wail on him and maybe get the bleed. But let's switch back to our regular loadout. Getting harder and harder to find all my equipment now that we have a lot more items. Okay, where is it? It's here. Okay. Oh, are you leaving, Ebos? Because I was gonna probably only do this cave here and then maybe try the guy again a couple more times to test the jumping attack theory, and then I'll probably be done. But if you're gonna be leaving, then I hope you have a good day, and I hope to see you next time, when hopefully I'll be able to actually beat the guy. It's nice to be back fighting enemies that are of Altus Plateau level. Nope, can't make that jump. We don't have any souls to worry about though, so that doesn't much matter. So we need to go to the left through the illusory wall, I think. And it always turns off my lantern. It's very annoying. Oh, but this illusory wall stays gone, okay. Oh, this isn't an illusory wall. Because this is the Sage's Cave, which has a lot of illusory walls in it, so you just kind of need to assume that there's a wall that you can go through anywhere that you think there is one. Like over here, possibly. Yes. Now, if I remember correctly, you can get to the boss of this dungeon without finding the Black Feathers item. I think it's behind its own personal illusory wall just to find it. That doesn't have anything to do with the progression of the rest of the dungeon. Could it be in here? Because this was behind an illusory wall and seems to be a dead end as well. Black hood, this might be it. Wooden shield, probably not going to be that useful. Nope, this isn't it. Is there anything behind here? Because they do like to put illusory walls behind chests. Nope, nothing else. Must be in a different corner. Oh, you're a big skeleton. There we go. Okay, and then there's, I believe this is, yeah. Oh god, and that's a prime place to have an illusory wall. But you never know. Anything that looks suspicious, you just gotta whack it. Like the wall behind this chest looks very suspicious, but it's not. Of course, I'm pretty sure in this cave they made a lot of walls specifically to look suspicious. To kind of fake you out, because at this point you know there's a lot of illusory walls in here. what's down here? Is there loot behind the oh, there's just a boss fight behind the waterfall. And I'm pretty sure the item is not past the boss. Yep. Down a separate corridor that is in its own little area. And there's the item we need. So now if we wear this, that will boost our jump attacks. We also need to wear this. And how much? We're still at medium. Still a medium. Still medium. Yeah, we need to take off like all the armor in order to get out of medium roll. But I suppose being semi-tanky will be a good option. We'll just keep the medium roll. It's not too bad. But now our jump attacks should do significantly more damage. I think both the claw talisman and the raptor's feathers put together equals approximately... Oh, this is the invisible one, isn't it? It is. Yeah, good luck me trying to frickin' jump attack this loser. There we go. Yeah, the invisible Black Knife Assassin, very annoying boss fight, and it would help to have my coil shield with me. Yeah, because if they're invisible and they get near you, they just immediately backstab. There's no way to really avoid it. Just like that. He came straight from the front, and yet was able to backstab, even though I knew exactly where he was. So I need something longer range to fight this thing. If I can even figure out where he is. Yeah, once again, straight from the front, can still backstab. Because that's fair. I mean, it's already hard enough to hit enemies with the snake when you know exactly where they are. Yep. It's just unavoidable. Alright, most annoying boss fight dealt with. It's not even a difficult boss fight, it's just the absolute most annoying one. They just made it as obnoxious as possible. Alright, but we got the item that I wanted to test. So we'll see how that goes against the big boss again. And then we're probably going to be done after a few attempts of this if it doesn't work out. Because, I mean, I'll be doing decent damage with the jump attack, luckily. But jump attacks leave you very open to attacks from him. But a shield jump attack should do a lot of poise damage, so we'll see if we can knock him over a few times and maybe even get a bleed on him, because I could get quite a few hits off when I knocked him down that one time. So delayed. So very delayed. We just wait. Eventually he'll feel like engaging with us. But, you know, we just need to wait for him to feel like it. No, he doesn't feel like it. Okay, now he does. See, he just wasn't in the mood. No, wait. Yeah, we haven't knocked him off balance, even though all we've been doing is jump attacks. I don't think this strategy is going to work out. So I do a lot of damage. Once again, he just does not feel like engaging with us. I don't know why. It's kind of weird, because he has, like, every advantage in this fight. And yet he's sitting there like, nope, I'm just gonna backpedal and walk away from you calmly. How has he never gotten knocked down? How did I knock him down that one time with regular attacks? And yet with jump attacks that do more poise damage, I'm not able to get him to knock over once. And that's all I've been using. Please get up. Why do you just take a nap? Now is not nap time, character person. They just decided to take a little honk shoe. They're a very eepy character, I guess. So yeah, the jump attacks do good damage, but I haven't been able to knock him over once, which is just befuddling. Like, how the heck was I knocking him over so much? Like, I knocked him over with just regular attacks, and yet spam jump attacks able to hit him more often than the regular attacks were able to hit him. I still wasn't able to knock him over. Was it just a complete fluke? I don't know. How could it have been? That's not the kind of thing that's just a fluke. It's a numbers game, you know? The amount of poise damage you do per hit is consistent. It's not just a random, like, RNG based system. So why is it? I don't know, do jump attacks just not do poise damage? I thought they did. I thought they would. But evidently not. That was the whole crux of this plan, was get him to go down, and he doesn't. So delayed. How did that hit me? I was nowhere near the 5 pebbles that he uprooted doing his attack. Yeah, no, I think our findings are pretty conclusive. Trying to bleed, poison, or knock him over, none are efficient. None are very consistent at all. And none just none work. I don't know, why is it that regular attacks do more poise damage than the heavy, like the big jump attacks are doing? Because that's quite the opposite of what it's supposed to do. But I guess jump attacks are kind of a bust. We'll go back to, I don't know, something else. I don't know what strategy would even work. None of these help me, like, at all. Don't have charge attacks, we can't be on horseback, we don't have a thrusting weapon, we can't finish chains of attacks, we, I guess, can do guard counters if we have one shield in each hand, but I'm not wanting to try to guard this guy's attacks. We don't block things very much, jump attacks didn't work. Faith does nothing. These are only marginal attack increases. We don't need mana. We already have full stamina going. None of these will help us. Equip load doesn't get us down to light roll without taking off half of our armor. We don't use sorceries or incantations. No holy attack. Too high equip load for that. He doesn't do critical hits. I can't do critical hits. This is pretty decent, I guess, but raising defense when health is low might be good. But I don't want to stay at low health because then he can just one-shot me anyways. I can't bleed him. That's useless in this situation, and that's useless in this situation. So none of these do anything useful for me aside maybe this. And that's it. Man, I didn't really think that talismans would be so utterly useless on a shield run. Like, you'd think that they would still have some good usefulness, but a lot of them hinge entirely on the weapon you're using. I didn't really expect that. Delay attack. Delay attack. No instant attack. Okay. I don't know, maybe just two-handed shield attacks normally are better damage, or better poise damage than the jump attacks are. Because I can do quite a few two-handed attacks in a row because of the moveset of the shield. So maybe that just does a lot more poise damage than I thought it would. But of course we can't boost our poise damage at all because the only talisman that does that I know of only boosts it against guarding enemies. And this guy doesn't even have a shield. He doesn't block anything. So there's absolutely nothing we can do about increasing poise damage. I thought the jump attacks would be increasing the poise damage, but evidently not. They just boosted regular damage. Then he's not going to give you a single second to get your health back until you're in a position where you could possibly attack him, at which point he just backpedals. Because of course he does. Okay, actually, idea. Kill me. Stop being so lazy. Okay, thank you. I could get I could get Vow of the Indomitable, and that would make it so I could kind of just block through many of his direct attacks. Because I'm not using the Shield Bash anyways. Did I already get the Vow? Where would that be? Here. I do have it. Okay. We just need to go to... I think you do it at the blacksmith. And I think we can keep it heavy even with the different Ash of War. That should make it so we can just use the ability and make us invulnerable for the duration of some of his attacks, which might help. I don't know. Yeah, heavy. There we go. So now just to test this out while we're at the bonfire, now we can do this. And this is like a blocking attack that I believe makes us invulnerable for the duration of it. I can't use it all that much, because obviously it takes a lot of mana, but it still might be better than the shield bash, because at least I'll be able to use it. You know, a few invulnerability stacks through his attacks would be better than just not using my mana at all, like I've been the last few runs. Really? Now the issue would be learning what attacks you can do it through. Like that, I can just do, just to test that out. Oh, and I need to not roll. Stop. Really? Oh, and I always roll that. I always do. I'm never gonna not do that. We just need to fight the boss with a severe handicap that I'm never gonna get used to one of his attacks. Okay, we broke him. We literally just broke him. I don't know what we did there, but... Yep. Severe frickin' handicap. Yeah, you take your time. Severe handicap. You know, I thought the shield would be my biggest handicap, but no, it's just my own brain. And its obsession with actually dodging attacks. Like a fool. We just cannot hit him with that shower going. There's just nothing we can do. Everything that we have is out of range when he does that. And it does way too much damage to just take it. We can't make this go any faster, so we're just gonna need to spend the full 20 seconds running to his room every time. Because that's always fun. Severe handicap. Okay. And of course he always does that attack, so nothing we can do about that. I mean, using the ability to get through the claw attack is better than trying to dodge it, because trying to dodge it is like a 1 in 10 chance of actually succeeding. But then his second attack comes out so quickly from it that I would need to use the ability and then dodge almost instantly in order to get through it. And then that would leave no opening to actually attack him back. So I think just staying out of his range during that attack is best. sometimes he does that, sometimes he doesn't. How am I supposed to know? I always try to dodge around him. I don't need to try to dodge around him. Of course, these pews regenerate every single time I come in here, just to be able to block me yet again on another run. Severe handicap. I'm never gonna be able to dodge that one attack of his. It's just... It's like, that's the thing I've been trying to work on since the very first attempt on this boss. The very first one was just dodge that claw attack. And I have not been able to do it. Ever. Like... I just can't consistently get through it. Because in order to use the ability, I need to be standing still and not in the middle of another action, and the claw attack is too fast for me to be able to stop whatever action I was doing and turn my attention back to it. Even rolling somewhat away from it doesn't stop it. Oh yeah, and jumping over that isn't an option, of course. And he's invincible. And he's invincible. How much poise does this guy have? I've been absolutely just annihilated. There we go. Wait, was that a bleed? Wimpiest frickin' bleed ever, if that was a bleed. I don't know if it was, though. But that might have explained why I've never been able to see him bleed. Is because he has been bleeding, he's just doesn't bleed much. So yeah, that would explain a lot. Let's get our mana back. What is that? Why is it so delayed, and why is that one not delayed at all? Be consistent with your attack patterns. Yeah, we do bleed him pretty easily. It's just he bleeds for like 300 damage. So it's like I get an extra singular attack in and nothing else. Normally a bleed is like, oh no, you've bled me. There goes half my HP, you know? And this guy is just like, yes, that bled and tickled. Now do something exploitable. Finally. Well, frickin' easy variant of that guy has been taken out. I'm really not looking forward to the actually difficult variant of that guy. Like, that is going to be absolutely horrific. Is this an actually useful talisman? I think this is a heal over time, right? Let's see. Raises my... Oh, it's Ring of Favor and Protection. I can take this off, right? Like, it's not gonna break the talisman if I remove it, right? I hope not. So yeah, now we're here. Yeah, I've never been here. I do know the lore significance of this place. But yeah, so essentially, as far as I know, these are all merchants, the traveling merchant guys, and like their entire race was like locked down here or something. Okay, you just are not able to be staggered out of that at all. You done, bro? You done? Okay, very annoying enemy. Just spams the same thing over and over. Very nice. So yeah, I don't know why they locked these guys all down here. I think maybe because of a connection to the Frenzied Flame, which makes sense. And there he goes again, doing that. Get out of here. I need something that does more damage. Maybe I get my Serpent Shield back up. Okay, and that's a dead end. Maybe we drop down to the next one. He's like the only sane one left, or maybe in his insanity. Oh gosh, do I have to parkour down all of that? It looks like... Alright, if I jump down onto this... Excuse me, guy. I wish there was a bonfire down here. Let me, I'm never gonna use this otherwise, but let me just throw this on. Because, yeah, never really gonna use that other than this situation. So then there's that one there. Nope. Well, but we use the sacrificial twigs so we can go spend our souls at the bonfire behind us. So let's see, how many more do we need? A good 4,500 approximately. We'll just use one of these. 5,000 should do it. Nope, 5,000 was not enough. Just use a couple of these, that'll guarantee it. And there was a talk to Melania? Melina, that was it. So many M names.
If you intend to claim the frenzied flame, I ask that you cease. It is not to be meddled with. It is chaos, devouring life and thought unending. However ruined this world has become, however mired in torment and despair, life endures. Births continue. There is beauty in that. Is there not? If you would become Lord, do not deny this notion. Please, leave the frenzied flame alone.
Well, too bad. Oh, and I need to level up. I'm still not convinced as to if I should... do I want more endurance? What else do I need? Not really much. I mean, this would give me item discovery, I guess. More strength and more health are still options. I suppose we're going strength and health. Maybe get both up to 60, approximately. Can I just drop down from here to the next one without bothering with anyone? I think I can. Why did that other coffin have to be there and block me? I didn't even see that it was there. At least we don't have any souls to lose anymore, so that's good. Well, we can re-equip this. What did we even hit? I guess that one there. Because, yeah, that one's there. But getting to here doesn't really help us unless we go down to there. Oh, that's not in the corner. That is not in the corner. I thought that one was in the corner from where I was standing, but no. So we need to go less all the way over to that side. I'm still not sure exactly what the plan is. I know I can get a needle that will cease the frenzied flame long enough for me to get a different ending. So if I go and do that, then I could get any ending I want. Not far enough. The jump is so finicky. Because you can't move freely while jumping. You need to set your momentum at the start of the jump. And that is very difficult to do very precisely. Because either you're going full speed, or you're going and you'll completely overshoot it, or you're going with 0 speed and you kind of just go nowhere. You go just far enough to go off of what you're standing on, but no more. And that wasn't far enough either. How was that not far enough? I did the exact same thing as every other time. You have to do this over and over and over and over and over and over again until we get it right. I don't even know if this is the correct side I'm supposed to be dropping down on. Because there's like 3 different distinct paths down. Because there's this side on this wall, there's that side down that corner, and then there's that side over there. This one's the only one that seems to reach far enough, like, towards the ground to make it so you could actually safely drop there. See, in that time, the same exact thing worked. I don't know what the difference is. You can kind of use the wall to stop your sideways momentum, but it's really risky. Because the wall is ridged, so it kind of bumps you around. It might bump you far enough out that you can't land on what you're trying to land on anymore. Okay, then do we just go to the ground? It's a long ways down. Oh, we can go in here. Never mind. I was not paying attention to the base of the thing. Is there anything else over here? There is. How do you get to that? How do you... These aren't breakable. Try behind. There, you can't go behind here. Unless you can crawl through? No. No. What? How do you do that? This literally is not a breakable object. I don't even know what's back there, but it's just right there. Why don't you let me get it? That's where you get the fingerprint stone shield, but what is this? It doesn't help me at all. And no attack that I have can break into it. I can't crawl into it. Can't roll into it. Can't jump over it. Maybe if I equip the big shield, I can break it using that? Nope. That does nothing. But yeah, great shields, high damage, high scaling. One this causes madness too. Interesting. But it just does not attack nearly fast enough to be versatile. I don't think there's any way to get that. I don't know. Maybe later in the dungeon I find a place where the ceiling collapses and then that guy falls down to you. Because that is just impossible to break. Okay, now do we fall to the bottom? Possibly. Oh. Well, that was the thing. I think this is where we need to be. We made it to the bottom. What else do you have to say?
I ask you one more time, please, seek not the frenzied flame. As one who strives to become a lord, Deny not the lives, the new births of this world. Those who would are not fit to be called Lord, when the land they preside over is lifeless.
Well, I have plenty of time to think about endings and everything, because we're gonna stop that there, because I think right over there is where you need to go in order to get the Frenzied Flame. So, this was a painful one. Like, honestly, I expected Castle Sol to be so much harder, but the real enemy was Moog the whole time. And you know, I thought that it would take me a long time to learn his attacks, and then I would need to like sleep and kind of absorb the information of the moveset. But surprisingly, I actually kind of was able to dodge him much better by the end there, just on the same day, just learning his moves. So that was good. Luckily, it wasn't so difficult that I wasn't able to do it until tomorrow, because that would have sucked. But I'm gonna do some research and contemplate endings. I mean, on one hand, the Chaos ending does seem pretty good on the surface, but Melina is warning us very heavily against it, and it seems like kind of a bad thing. So perhaps I still want to get the Frenzied Flame and burn the tree myself so Melina survives, but at the same time, I could get the needle and do a different ending. I don't know where to get the needle, that's part of the research I need to do, but I know that you can get other endings if you get that needle. And once we do that, I'll need to figure out what other ending I can still access. Like, oh, I could do Ronnie's questline still, I think, because I have the Finger Slayer blade, or knife, or whatever it is. And I could give that to her because I got that in Nokron. And that should complete that part of her questline, and then I think she'll move to the Einzel riverbed or something. I don't quite remember, but I could continue her questline and get her ending on top of all of that, which would be good, because then, you know, what's her face? It's another M name. I can't remember it right now. But the goddess lady, the one that shattered the Elden Ring or something, she is currently the goddess, so if I did the questline with Ronnie, I'd be able to have a new goddess in order, in like the top of the order, and that would be good, because in the end, obviously everything's kind of gone downhill with the current goddess in power, so changing that out would probably be best, instead of just becoming the Elden Lord under the current authority, you know? So, we'll see. I'll contemplate it and figure things out. Tough stream. Lots of tough enemies we've been fighting. But I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.